Did you know that most motorcycle accidents don't happen because a rider is reckless? They don't happen because someone wanted to show off. And they don't happen because the bike was too powerful. Most motorcycle accidents happen because of habits. Small habits, repeated habits. Habits that feel normal until something goes wrong. And that's what makes them dangerous. Because once a behavior becomes automatic, you stop thinking about it. You stop questioning it. You trust it. On a motorcycle, trusting the wrong habit can put you in a situation you cannot recover from. That's why today, we're not talking about extreme riding. We're not talking about racing lines or pushing limits. We're talking about foundations. The 8 most common beginner mistakes that quietly reduce safety, increase stress, and hold riders back. If you fix these in 2026, your riding will become smoother, cleaner, more controlled, and far safer. So take your time with this video, listen carefully, and be honest with yourself. Because improvement starts with awareness. Let's begin. Mistake number 1. Riding without proper gear. The first mistake is also the most obvious, and yet still incredibly common. Riding without proper motorcycle gear. Almost every beginner goes through this phase. You just got your bike. You want to ride. You don't want to spend more money. And you tell yourself, it's just a short ride. It's hot today. I'll upgrade later. But here's the reality. Motorcycles do not forgive skin. A fall at city speed can still result in severe injuries. Your hands instinctively go down first. Your knees and hips follow. Your shoulders hit next. Regular clothes offer almost zero resistance against asphalt, and the damage happens fast. A proper helmet protects your brain, your memory, your personality, your future. Gloves protect your hands, the same hands you need to work, to ride, to live independently. Boots protect your ankles, one of the most fragile joints in a crash. And armored jackets and pants don't just prevent injuries, they reduce severity. Another important point that beginners rarely consider: proper gear changes how you ride. When you feel protected, you are calmer. You make better decisions. You react more smoothly. Fear decreases. Control increases. In 2026, there is no excuse. Motorcycle gear is lighter, more breathable, more stylish, and more affordable than ever before. If you ride a motorcycle, gear is not optional. Mistake number 2. Target fixation. Mistake number 2 is one of the most misunderstood concepts in motorcycling. Target fixation. This happens when your eyes lock onto a danger instead of scanning for a solution. And here's the key rule. Your motorcycle goes where your eyes go. You see a curb, you stare at it, your hands stiffen, your body freezes, and the bike drifts directly toward it. This is not stupidity. This is human psychology. Your brain is wired to focus on threats, but on a motorcycle, that instinct must be retrained. In corners, target fixation becomes critical. You enter a turn slightly too fast. You feel uncomfortable. Your confidence drops. Instead of looking through the corner, you stare at the guardrail. And once that happens, you've already lost control. Advanced riders understand this deeply. They don't just look ahead, they look through the situation. They scan, they predict, they guide the bike with vision. The fix is training your eyes. In every corner, force yourself to find the exit early. In traffic, always look for open space, not obstacles. At first, it feels unnatural, then it becomes automatic. And once it does, your riding becomes calmer and more precise.
Mistake number 3. Poor braking habits. Mistake number 3 is poor braking technique. Many beginners fear the front brake. Others rely too much on the rear. Both approaches are flawed. Here's what happens during braking. When you slow down, weight transfers forward. That weight loads the front tire. That's why the front brake does most of the work. Using the rear brake too aggressively can lock the wheel, especially on poor surfaces. But ignoring the rear brake entirely reduces stability, especially at low speed. Good braking is progressive. You don't grab, you squeeze, you apply pressure smoothly, allowing the suspension to settle. You give the tires time to grip. This is not instinctive, it must be learned. Practice braking in safe conditions. Practice at different speeds. Practice on different surfaces. Because when an emergency happens, your body will not rise to the occasion. It will fall back to training. Mistake number 4. Not understanding counter steering. Mistake number 4 is not understanding how motorcycles turn. At speed, turning is not about twisting the bars like a bicycle. It's about counter steering. To lean left, you gently push the left handlebar. This creates lean. Lean creates turn. Beginners who don't understand this often fight the bike. They tense their arms. They pull instead of push. They overcorrect. This makes the motorcycle unstable. The solution is awareness and practice. Once you feel how little effort is required, steering becomes effortless. Your confidence increases instantly. Mistake number 5. Poor throttle control. Mistake number 5 is aggressive or inconsistent throttle use. The throttle controls more than speed. It controls balance, suspension, traction. Abrupt throttle inputs shift weight suddenly. That shift can break grip, especially in corners. Smooth throttle application keeps the bike stable. Rolling on the throttle increases grip at the rear tire. This is why experienced riders look calm and controlled. They don't rush inputs. They flow. Slow speed practice is key here. The smoother you become, the safer and faster you actually are. Mistake number 6. Bad clutch habits. Mistake number 6 is poor clutch control. The clutch is not just for gear changes, it's a fine control tool. At low speed, the clutch controls torque delivery. Beginners who ignore the friction zone struggle with balance. They stall, they jerk forward, they panic. One dangerous habit is riding with the clutch pulled in. This removes engine braking and reduces control. Instead, learn to coordinate clutch, throttle, and rear brake. This skill alone can completely transform your riding. Mistake number 7. Over-reliance on electronics. Mistake number 7 is relying too much on electronics. ABS and traction control are incredible, but they are not magic. They cannot fix poor inputs. They cannot override physics. If you ride carelessly because you trust electronics to save you, you're building false confidence. Electronics should support skill, not replace it. Learn fundamentals first. Let technology assist second. Mistake number 8. Poor lane positioning. The final mistake is poor lane positioning. Where you place your motorcycle determines visibility, reaction time, and escape options. The center of the lane often holds oil and debris. The edges limit movement. Good riders adjust position constantly. They move to be seen. They move to stay safe. They always leave themselves an exit strategy. Because on a motorcycle, space is safety. Fixing these habits is not about fear, it's about mastery. Motorcycling is one of the most rewarding experiences in the world, when done correctly. If you recognized yourself in any of these mistakes, that's good. It means you're learning. Progress is not about perfection, it's about awareness and improvement. Let me know in the comments which habit you're working on right now. If this video helped you, like it, share it, and subscribe for more. This was Cola Biker. Ride smart, ride smooth, ride safe.